Well, welcome back to Indianapolis.
Thank you.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
We're going to be focusing on totally different things.
I'm sure.
We're going to be talking about Miles Away.
But right now,
I want to talk about your music influences.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I want to go left field for a little while.
No worries.
Was it uncle?
Grandfather.
Grandfather.
Yes.
Wes
Montgomery.
Wes, yes.
Yes.
Tell me your relationship with him. What did he inspire you to do what you do musically? Because you've done some work.
I'm the first and only actor in the Star Trek franchise to do a hip hop album.
Yeah.
It's clean hip hop, no profanity. It's
the best kind.
It's more Will Smith than 50 Cent, but it's not as bubblegum as Will's stuff is. I love Will's music, so I'm not saying that in a disparaging way, but
no,
it's not a parents just don't understand. I've got a couple of club bangers, but then there's one I'm talking about, Indianapolis, where I grew up here.
Yeah.
I dedicated one to my daughter. I dedicated one to my mother. A lot of the stuff that I've gone through, I talk about me being in Hollywood. It was a lot of fun. To answer your question, my grandfather passed away 3 years before I was born, so I never actually got to be with him.
Yeah.
He's obviously always with us in spirit. He was my mom's dad, and in my house, he was daddy, he was Wes to my grandmother. It wasn't Wes Montgomery like you guys know. So growing up, I never even knew that he had the impact in music that he did.
It's in your DNA.
He was just a regular guy.
Yeah.
And then I just decided, well, I sang in the choir, but I didn't really want to go musically with my life. And once I started acting in college, I realized that's what I do. That's who I am. I've incarnated in this life to be an actor and entertainer and improve this world through acting. And then once I got myself established as an actor, because I used to sing in the choir growing up, when I lived here, my buddies around Indianapolis and I would drive different places and we'd rhyme to different people's beats in the car. That's not the same as actually doing it professionally and recording an album. So once I got myself established as an actor, I took $50,000 of my own money and paid for an album, because nobody's going to let you go into the studio and use their time to record their stuff.
Absolutely. No.
Yeah, I'm very blessed. I'll be right with you guys. I appreciate you.
Tell me about Miles Away. This looks awesome.
I appreciate you, Miles Away. I'm launching my own sci-fi franchise. You guys know that I was on Star Trek Enterprise, obviously, and in 2001, I created Miles Away, about a 16-year-old who has a clouded history, develops a superhuman ability, gets recruited by a shadowy organization to battle Madam Iniquity, this woman on the front cover. Your listeners can't see this, but she's pretty menacing. Actually, we'll have them go to themilesaway.com, THEmilesaway.com, and they can get a copy themselves or see what she looks like. He, 16 years old, has a clouded history, develops a superhuman ability, gets recruited by a shadowy organization to battle Madam Iniquity and her minions on future Earth. It takes place in 2089. I wanted it in the future, but still close enough to us to be relatable. He also allies with alien refugees and falls into an interstellar war that's mysteriously connected to his dark and complicated past. A nice light comedy. I wanted something simple for our... but honestly, as I thought about creating the show in 2001, our Star Trek fans are some of the most wonderfully complicated beings on this planet. And if I'm going to launch a sci-fi franchise that I want them to embrace, if I make it too simple, there's nothing that they would hate more. So I said, let me go ahead and just make it as involved as it needs to be, and we will keep building on it. It's going to be a transmedia franchise, starting with a graphic novel, moving to animation, and then 3 to 4 years after the animation launches, I'll do the very first live-action feature film. I've got 64 actors that are attached to do voices. I've got at least one actor from every Star Trek series that's doing a voice. I've got 2 actors from the Harry Potter franchise. I've got, if you guys are familiar with, and you probably are, Futurama. Yes. I've got Lauren Tom, who plays Amy on Futurama. She's doing a voice. I've got just a who's who of people. So have you guys follow me. I'm at at Mr. A Montgomery, MRAMONTGOMERY. Find me on Twitter, on Instagram, because I keep everybody abreast of what's happening with the franchise as the steps are happening.
Awesome. Well, I know you got.
Yeah, Anthony, thank you so much for taking some time.
You want one more question that would be?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk all day long.
I appreciate you guys.
I'm excited about Miles Away. I'm excited that you're back here.
Yes.
Is there anything now that you're back here at home that you
That I'm ready
wanna...
to go home because it's really freezing? Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
You're from Indiana. You should know this.
I've been in LA 19 years, so yes,
Welcome back in February.
I've acclimated.
Welcome back in
He's
February.
never went outside. He's just been moving between all the corridors.
I don't even think, I think I've only been back, honestly, in 19 years, I've been back to Indianapolis twice during the winter.
And that's it?
Hi, I'm from here. What, have you been to LA? It was 85 degrees when I left yesterday, people.
Well, thank you so much for taking
I
some time. to
appreciate
speak
you
with us.
guys.